We have to address maternal mortality, infant mortality, a host of other issues affecting our populations. And really, we cannot address that unless we invest more. And that is what I raised with him, and he's keen, like the DHS, the Demographic and Health Survey. We should hold it this April, but it requires a lot of resources. So we are looking forward to his assistance in that regard so that he can complement the efforts of government and other partners who are contributing to it. And also, we can use him as a conduit to reach other bilateral and multilateral agents, and he's willing.
The April 2013 census also featured in the discussions between the Vice President and the UNFPA boss.
Government has not done a lot of commitment. For example, government has put in $200,000, and for example, other people should come on board also and complement the efforts of government, definitely. And the American ambassador, I'm talking about the DHS, the American ambassador put in $300,000 committed, you know, and is willing to use macro. Macro requires about $500,000 or $400,000. So in order to get the assistance of macro, the Americans have so far raised through USAID $300,000, but we still need more resources.
3 Gambians, 2 of them Grts and the other an imam, doubling as an airline operator to Mecca, also had an audience with Madam Jai Sedi whilst in New York. Authorities on the Kora, Alhaji Papa Suso and Mohammed Suso, are now serving as visiting lecturers on African music in colleges and universities in America. Their meeting touched on the importance of maintaining traditional African cultures, norms and values. The Grts, who presented copies of their albums to Dr. Jai Sedi, reiterated the need for a country and our people not to abandon its heritage, something they commended the president for taking the lead in the Gambia's cultural renaissance. Famara Fofana, Grts.
The Forum of African Women Educationalists, the Gambia also called FAWIGAM, recently staged its annual fundraising gala dinner. As we hear in this report by Louis Mendy, the proceeds from the fundraising event are expected to be channeled into the construction of a secretariat.
It was a night of feasting and dancing as FAWIGAM once again staged its annual fundraising gala dinner. This particular one was organized to gather funds for the construction of a secretariat.
First of all, yesterday we celebrated International Women's Day. So we chose tonight to do our traditional fundraising dinner and dance. And the reason for this is to raise funds to build our secretariat. We have a piece of land that we are trying to build, and we know the only way we can do it is for us to come out and raise funds. And we've had so much support. So many nice people have come out to help us. We would like to say thank you to, first of all, to the First Lady. She has really supported us. We are so happy tonight. I mean, we are elated. And the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, her and her permanent secretary, her deputy permanent secretaries, her staff, everybody at the ministry support us so much. And all our partners, we are really happy, especially you guys, GRTS. Thank you so much.
Established in 1998, FAWIGAM the Gambia is committed to supporting girls and women to acquire education for development.
FAWIGAM, that is FAWE the Gambia chapter, we were formed in 1998. And FAWE International is going to be 20 years this September. So you see, we've been around a long time.
And what's your objective?
Our objectives. Okay, FAWE, our main goal is just to make sure, maybe I shouldn't say just, our main goal is to make sure that girls are enrolled in school, they stay in school until they finish, and they have quality education. We work for the development of women and girls, and we work through their mothers. And that's how we formed the Mothers Clubs. They support us to advocate for girls' education. And like you heard the minister said earlier, we have reached parity, we have attained parity in the Gambia, and thanks to this advocacy work we are doing in the Gambia.
Among those institutions, individuals and high-profile dignitaries who were present to lend FAWIGAM a hand of support was the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Fat Lamin Faye, as they continue to maximize efforts to create an enabling environment for the girl child to be an educated, responsible, as well as an assertive citizen in line with education for all.
I am indeed very elated to be part of this ceremony, this dinner, which I want to say is quite apt, given the fact that Fawega is out to contribute towards the development of girls and women in this country. And this dinner is being held just a day after the International Day for Women.
As the gala lasted into the night, a royal toast was thrown in honor of the First Lady, Her Excellency Madam Zainabu Yahya Jammeh, who donated $100,000 as part of her contribution to aid Fawegam accomplish its dreams. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The Gambia Emergency Agricultural Production Project, GIP, recently inaugurated 23 seed stores in LRR, CRR and NBR. The development also saw the donation of milling machines to the same communities to enhance the production capacities of rural farmers. Louis Mendy again.
Such was the mood of the women folk in the village of Sibanor, West Coast region, as they embraced this milling machine. The development also witnessed the inauguration of the village seed store, courtesy of the Gambia Emergency Agricultural Production Project. They are part of the 23 other communities across the country that benefited from a similar intervention by a project that is understood to have impact immeasurably on 600 communities across the country. Such is the success story of the GIP, designed some 2 years ago with the primary goal of enhancing agricultural production and productivity.
We were working collectively as a team. You know, team spirit, as His Excellency used to say, he said, I mean, development, it requires all hands coming on deck. And as a leader or as a head, be it a manager or whatsoever, at all levels, you should demonstrate high sense of devotion and responsibility, and I believe patriotism also counts. So we were working as a team to attain the project objective, and definitely we had that good collaboration with our stakeholders, and we had very effective project management and tools on the ground that we were following, definitely.
The identification of these needy communities according to the project officials proved to be a painstaking exercise. The bulk of those benefiting from the project are women. The reason is obvious: to end the drudgery they endure in the milling, threshing, and storage of cereals. For a project that prides itself on visibility, the reaction of beneficiaries tells a lot about how the anti-hunger project is impacting on their lives.
We all started together from Sibanor. You've seen the crowd, you've seen what the people have said, you've seen the reaction. We've seen the stores, we've seen some of the inputs that they've brought. I mean, for GIP, what they are advocating, visibility, is already there. I mean, when our new deputy minister came in, and now a minister, that's the first thing he told us, that GIP, I mean, is the project that is more visible than any of the other projects, as far as the Ministry of Agriculture is concerned. And as a matter of fact, it is true. It is not us who is saying it. When you hear these things from the beneficiaries, I mean, that's what we are looking for.
As Tijan Sose and team hands over this vital machinery and seed stores to the beneficiaries in Lower River region and other regions, the message that resonated throughout was this: farmers must prioritize the maintenance of the equipment if they are to serve the best interest of the communities as envisaged in the long-term objective of the GIP. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
Well, time now to take our first break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Israeli and Palestinians appear to be locked